Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of Randumb Behavior. I'm Potter.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Maggie.
And today we'll be talking about...
Dating.
Again, yay.
It's horrible.
Wait, why are we talking about dating again? What happened?
Yes, Maggie. What?
So, you guys met me in part 1. I was having this huge crush on this guy, and we really hit it off. We were having great fun. Unfortunately, it did not work out, and we mutually decided we will stay friends.
Fuck buddies!
Friends!
With benefits!
Stop it. And so now I'm back on apps dating, and
Which apps are you on this time?
So I went back on Bumble, but it's not as fun anymore. And there's a new app called Hinge.
What's that?
Which is like kind of like Tinder a little bit. You swipe left and right.
Isn't that how all of them are like?
Yeah, but this one is like once you have a match, you guys start having conversation. Like, you know, instead of like other apps where it's like, I'm just going to message you and send you a dick pic, which I didn't ask for, you know?
Wait. Do they have to pay for privileges like they do on the other ones where, what is it? You can message them, but then I have to pay to message you back?
No.
You know, that stupid shit?
No. What I'm aware of is free so far.
That's good.
Nobody said they paid anything. And I went on 3 other dates. I'm really dating around, guys.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
And so far, none of them captured my interest. Went on a creepy date with this guy. Creepy as in he's very touchy-feely.
Touchy-feely like...
Listen,
You're
it
too
was
far
cool.
away, I can't
We
do it.
had dinner, okay? We met halfway. He lived in San Jose. Not too far from you, actually, on the other side.
My neighbor.
Yeah, and, you know, we went to dinner. His card got declined, which is very interesting.
That's...
I offered to pay. He took a different card out, and it went through.
All right, because if he actually did that and then you ended up paying, that automatically is it's a thing where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any money on me. I don't want to wash the dishes. Do you think you can pay for us?
He did ask me to pay for popcorn and snacks, and I did, which I'm okay with. I'll contribute because it's like 50-50, right? We're hanging out.
You're going Dutch.
We went to the movies to watch Us. Great movie, not sponsored. And so when the movie started playing, I noticed he started to like get close to me. So he started with leaning his arm on me, which I'm like, cool. And a couple of seconds later, literally seconds later, and I was so not ready for it, he put his hand right on my thigh.
Kinky.
And yeah, right, not even like lower thigh, like my mid thigh, and I'm like,
so just like
right here.
So like,
but it
right
was just like chilling right there.
Yeah,
but
like... he kept rubbing throughout the whole movie. He kept rubbing his thumb on my thigh, and I'm like, why are you rubbing my thigh? I didn't ask you to, you know. And then he reached out and grabbed my hand. I'm like, I really want to watch the movie.
The little interlocking
Yeah,
thing?
I just kept looking straight. I really want to watch the movie. Like, stop touching me.
Or was it an interlock like that?
No, he give me that hand. So my hand was like on my legs here, right? Because I'm like, don't go any further, right? So my hands was like, you know, blocking my body.
Okay.
So he put his hand here, and then he just grabbed my hand, held my hand. I'm like, I'm trying to watch the movie, yo. Like, that's why we're here.
And you're just like, okay, go away.
Yeah. And even so, he kept rubbing his thumb on me. I'm like, stop it.
Are you a cat? Like he has to pet you or something?
I know, right?
He probably just wants to get some in the movie theater. Because, you know, people do that.
No.
Because who watches a scary movie caressing someone else. I'm usually hiding behind somebody. I hate scary movies. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was doing this a lot to have him let go of my hand. I'm like, I just can't watch this, and then two, I can't watch it.
So why were you guys watching it if you couldn't watch it to begin with?
Because he was like, do you want to go to the movies?
So,
and I'm like, okay. And what were we going to watch? Dumbo? No.
Did you say Dumbo?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Dumbo?
Oh my
Nothing.
god.
It's just, for me, I don't feel like crying on my first date.
I had a date last week and I watched Dumbo.
How was that?
You bawled your eyes out, right?
No.
Oh.
But we
Where's
watched
your
Dumbo.
heart?
I mean, I was sad.
But you didn't want to cry.
No, I didn't want to cry actually in front of him.
Wait, so how was that then? Like did any of that stuff happen where touching each other's legs or arms or interlocking?
We were holding hands.
Was
That's
this
it,
first
that's it.
date?
No, it was like second.
Okay, see?
Well, who initiated the hand holding?
He did.
Okay.
See, but that second date, you guys, like, kind of have a sense of each other, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just met you not too long ago,
And how long were you guys chatting before you actually met up?
A week. A week.
That's pretty quick.
He was cool on text. I'll say that. He was cool on text. But, yeah, I totally got turned off when he kept, like, touching me. I didn't ask for it. Why didn't I get up and walk away? I don't know. I was, like, frozen.
What?
I was just like,
During the
so
headlights.
awkward. Yeah, I was so awkward. I'm like, what do I do? So
Bye.
Like, this is a perfect time for Mark to call me again.
yeah. Thank you for saving me from my third date,
Of course.
Which was today.
which was not too long ago.
Yeah.
There was no chemistry.
Well, you told me earlier, it's like you didn't even want to go on the date. And I'm like, so why are you going on it in the first place if you're not interested?
Because I felt bad. He texted me. He was like, hey, like, maybe, like, we can go out. I'm
And
like,
you could have just been like, no, I'm good.
I can't. Also, I'm like, okay, you're from Sunnyvale. I'm in Oakland. Like, let's meet halfway. He's like, come to Milpitas.
Sound
Like,
familiar? I think it sounds familiar. Maybe you
Yeah.
should stop dating people from like San Jose, Milpitas, Sunnyvale, like the south side
well,
of the
I'm
Bay.
not like intentionally seeking out people by their location.
I don't
It
know.
just so happens that all 3 dates, 2 dates, 3 dates
7
were Filipino men, and 2 dates were in the South Bay,
Where was the other one?
Union City.
Oh.
So it's still a little far from where I am, but I don't know.
I mean, okay, so compared to the other ones that you've had, rating from what, best to worst? Which one would you want to go on a second date with if you had to?
So technically, I'm still seeing the first guy who I have had a crush on.
Was this the one that we were talking about in the first,
Yeah.
the first time?
Yep. Yep.
The friends with benefits one now.
Yeah. So, because he's genuinely a great guy, but
How did you fuck that up?
okay.
Straight
First
up,
of all,
if-
I don't like that.
I mean, if he's a genuine guy, something happened.
So what happened was, like I said, both of us were in 15-year relationships.
Yes.
I walked out of my relationship because he fucked up. He got dumped. He wanted to move forward and she did not. And so he's still not over it. So he's still somewhat, I guess.
He's attached to the last relationship. And he wants to carry that one to this current one.
Well, he's just like, everywhere we go, the place reminds him of his past. And I totally get it, but eventually, you have to let go and let someone else in.
That's true.
Right? Like,
But oddly, I swore you gave me a different story before.
but okay, alongside with that, he did not like that I was jokingly kind of attacking his character.
How would you attack his character?
Because, like, I jokingly said things like, oh, who's that other girl, Or like, oh, trying to catch the ABGs out here, huh? And he did not like that at all.
What's an ABG?
Asian baby girls. Don't worry, I learned that this year too.
Oh, I did not know what that.
I did not know
that
either until this year. I'm like, okay.
Wait, really?
Yeah, basically, I don't even know how to explain it.
Asian baby girl face. Girls with baby faces?
So basically, it's like Asian girls that are cupcake face.
Cupcake face?
Hella cute Asian girls.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they
But is it
heavily
not?
make up themselves.
Is it? Oh, cake faced.
Pretty much.
Got it. So like the things that you see on YouTube with the people that are like taking off their face and they're a completely different person.
And, the highlights and everything. Their mom's Louis.
Oh yeah.
The little,
That.
was it the duct tape or whatever making their
It's
faces.
so weird. I don't know how they.
It's like some sort of special sticky tape where it's just like it just pulls everything up, I guess.
It's so interesting.
But then you have to cover it with like your fake hair wig or whatever, and then put on your fake
That's a
lash.
lot.
That's
of
a
work.
lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. I just wash my face, comb my hair, and I'm good.
You
I
guys.
was like,
You
how do you do that? Like once you get married, how are you gonna hide that? Like
You go to the they do that stuff now where you get like tattoos for your eyebrows, and then you can actually tattoo makeup so that when you wake up, you don't have to worry about putting on makeup anymore. I know a lot of people that do that, or are starting to do that. What is it? Microblading?
Microblading.
Microblading.
I want to do that. I just don't feel like throwing $600 on my eyebrows.
I mean, and you have to touch it up every so often, like maybe once.
A couple of years.
Yeah, just to make sure that it's still. Yeah, it's a tattoo.
so it's not too
Thinking
bad.
about it.
You gonna do that?
No.
Tattoo your eyebrows, make them darker.
Oh no, it's okay. They're dark as is already.
But yeah.
I don't think I can do that type of stuff. It's interesting to see because my friend does it as a profession where they actually tattoo people or microblade their eyebrows, and then it's like force shading type lip tints and all this other stuff. But that's all the way like in Asia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they say that one of my friends just recently got one done, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to hang out because my eyebrows are really dark and they won't line up for a couple of days, which makes sense because I've seen it happen, and I'm like, they messed up your eyebrows, and they're like, no, it's just like this, and it's gonna line up after a couple of days.
Oh my gosh.
You guys never knew that?
No.
So what happens is when they do the microblading, it starts off really dark before it actually gets to the color it's supposed to be.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
So you gotta hide from the public?
Not necessarily hide. I mean, like, you can walk around, you'll just look like a chola for a bit. Yeah. That's how it was described to me. It's like, I'm going to be a chola for a little bit. And I'm like, nice. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I want to go eat. I was like, are you cool with being in public? So we do that. And then I was like, are your eyebrows okay now? I was like, no, I just need like another 3 days.
Oh. Okay.
You still thinking about it?
A little bit, but not really.
Not really. Yeah. Would you do it before one of your future dates?
The day of.
No. I mean, the thing is, for me, $600,
that's
a
lot
flight to
of...
Japan.
Really?
I spent $500, like, for my first flight to Japan, $600 on my second one. Round trip.
I still want to go to Japan. That's on the bucket list.
Yeah.
$600.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on when you go, because I've seen flights that are about 1,000.
Oh, no, I was like talking about the microblading part.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're thinking, I'm going to get that done.
Do you know how many milk teas you can buy? All I need to do is clean up my eyebrows and that's it.
Look at you.
You can just do, what is it, threading and stuff, like regular cleaning.
Yeah.
Is that
So
what you want?
I don't think I would actually spend that 600.
Tweezing. I don't know. I don't really have eyebrows to mess around with, so.
It's okay.
How's your dating life, Mark? You guys know about mine now.
Yeah, you've been pretty quiet.
So for my dating life, it's a little sad because there's this guy I've met. He came here from Indonesia.
Damn.
And he was here for his job. He's out here teaching because he's an engineer in the medical field. So he was teaching some stuff about
engineer in the medical field.
like he.
Oh,
The rain.
he engineers like devices, I guess.
Oh, so he's like my profession, kind of.
Pretty much, actually.
Got it.
Yeah. So he was here like last month, and then he was only here for a week, and then he went home. I met him then, and then when he came back just last week, or did I say last week?
Wait, what?
Sorry, let me start over. I'm getting so confused.
So he's here right now.
He. Actually, that's the thing. He left today.
Oh.
So for this past week, like I've been hanging out with him, and then just last night we were back in his hotel. We didn't do anything.
Right.
And it's okay.
No, seriously, we didn't do anything. Like we were just cuddling on his couch
Netflix
and
and
holding
chill.
hands, and then we were just talking about like how we feel about each other. So it's very mutual that we like each other, but
It's the distance thing. I mean, do you think you can make that work?
no,
No?
I
No?
know I can't.
But do you think he can?
I don't know.
What if he says that he's willing to? Would you try?
Well, the thing he's trying to do right now, he's trying to take a test where he'll be able to come here and work at the company here,
Oh, nice.
Oh.
but he has to pass that first.
So, depending if he passes or not, depends on what your answer is in the future.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I remember when I left his place last night, I had to call my best friend driving home, and I broke down. I was like, I finally find someone after how many years, but then he's leaving. It's like,
Oh, Mark.
So-
You're gonna make me cry.
don't.
I know. I'm trying to hold it in. That's so sweet. Like,
Don't cry. I already just got over it.
I know you did. You texted me
Oh.
today. I know you did.
You're gonna start crying again?
No, I won't.
Oh.
No, Mark's gonna stay strong.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know when the next time he's coming back?
I don't know, actually.
Would you actually go visit him?
I would love to. Because I would love to go to Indonesia, actually.
It's beautiful.
I've never been, but I heard it's nice.
You've been
Came
there?
back in July. Last July. Bali. Ugh.
Oh, 2018?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. August, actually. No. July. Yeah.
Last year.
Last year.
So when I went to Italy, you were in Indonesia.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Beautiful country. Ubud, the best.
What?
Ubud.
What's that?
That's a city in Bali
Oh, cool.
or a district.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good places to like check out, sightsee, eat, or what's the main thing that?
I really love the culture there. Everyone's an artist in Bali.
Mm.
You know, from wood carving, from painting. I really loved the rice paddy fields. That just took my breath away. I could just sit there with a book all day. Totally amazing.
Just like looking at the fields themselves, or looking at the people.
Looking at the fields.
Okay.
Looking at the fields. What?
Well, no. I mean, because people are usually working the rice fields. Like, if you have your own rice field, then you'll
Yeah.
do all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and it's a lot of work
Yeah.
to manage rice fields.
Yeah,
I learned that.
My family has some in the Philippines, so it's pretty cool. Like I've driven there with them near their one of the places that they own, and it's just like acres long, or it feels like it's acres long. I really don't know if it is, but there was no one really working on the fields. I got kind of confused, and I was like, "There's a puddle of water in a ditch that's like super long," and I'm like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's our rice fields." I was like, "You guys own a rice field?" I was like, "It's pretty cool." In my head, I'm like, "Oh, you never have to go buy rice anymore."
Mhm.
I go to my parents' house and I take rice from them. Cool. Well, I mean, you can tell Mark what to do when he goes to visit. Dude,
Take me with you.
I shall.
how much are plane tickets to go over there?
So I took a different route. I went from Bangkok to Bali on Air Asia, which is like $60.
60?
60?
Yeah. 60. But that was a budget airline in Asia.
Okay.
You know, so different price going to US to Bali. My coworker just went and she paid $500-$600 on
Round trip?
Southern China Airline.
I don't like China Air. Is that different? Is that the same?
People say they're not. I know how the culture is. I'm Chinese, by the way. If I have a hard time with my culture, surrounding me, people-wise, then I know not to put myself in an environment where it will drive me crazy. So I don't even try. Does that make sense?
No.
No.
I'm trying to put it together. I'm like, whoa.
Listen, I love my culture, but sometimes the people in my culture crosses my line, and I know where my boundaries are. I know where my limits are.
Okay.
And so I don't put myself in a position where I would then be stressed out from, you know, everyone not yelling at each other, but I'm like, can you just lower your voice when you talk a little bit and put in some consideration for the person next to you?
That's true. Boundaries.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm
I
talking
do know what
about.
you're talking about.
How so?
No, because like like especially you say the Chinese community, they do tend to talk loud
Yeah.
with each other. Like they're just like this, but they're like yelling at each other.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. And then like they'll be yelling or they'll be talking to each other in Chinese, and as a person that doesn't speak Chinese, you'll think that they're just mad and just like arguing, and then you'll find out it's like, oh no, we're just talking about how our day is and how we're gonna like someone has to go clean the dishes today and I'm gonna go do the laundry, and I'm like,
Actually, speaking of that, because I used to be a respite caregiver.
what?
A respite caregiver. It's like I worked with autistic children before, and so I would not babysit. I would take care of the autistic child while the parents take time to themselves. And so my patient was actually Chinese. I remember the first time I walked in, the mom was talking to her son, but it looked like she was yelling at him, and then she turned to me, she was like, "Oh, I just told him you're here." I was like, "What?" But she said it in such a loud voice. I was like, "Are you mad?" Like,
Yeah.
apparently that's how their
That's
culture
the
is.
culture, you know?
yeah.
What but is that specific Chinese type of like, okay, so like the two main things is like Mandarin and Cantonese, right? Is that a Mandarin type thing or a because I know with Cantonese they're more, when they talk to each other it sounds more like they're singing, because it sounds
Really?
song-ish. Well, this was when I was like in grade school. My neighbor was Cantonese, so when they were talking to each other it sounded like they were singing.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's a true thing or not, but like, are you which type of dialect?
So I'm Cantonese. I don't feel like I sing when I talk. I would love to sound like Snow White.
Well,
You know, but
well, I mean, when you're speaking Chinese, not when, right? Or because like regular English, it doesn't sound singing at all.
yeah, but even regular Cantonese, I feel like I don't sing when I talk. It doesn't sound
It doesn't
very...
sound song-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Six Maya Potter. You know, like
Oh,
did
You
that sound
sounded
kind of
angry.
Did I sound angry? I asked Potter if he ate dinner yet. That's all I asked him.
I don't know. I guess just because it was in my ear, like.
That's a Chinese in me. Sometimes I don't know how loud I am. I'm sorry. Like
Oh, Yeah, I guess that's true.
Also,
Okay.
for 5 years, I ran circle time for 80 people Monday through Friday. Okay, so that's probably why I'm loud as well, because Monday through Friday for 15 whole minutes, I'm loud.
Got it.
You guys.
Circle time?
Circle. I heard Iron Man.
What?
I heard Iron Man circle time, and I'm like, what the fuck is Iron Man circle time?
I ran
Oh,
circle time.
I don't know what circle is. That's a kids thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the education field, it's kind of like story where you read stories and you sing songs. 80 people.
That's a lot of
80?
people.
80. Because dyads, parents, and children.
Oh.
Oh, I thought those were like 80 children.
I was like, what? Where did you get all these kids?
Yeah, I
Kind of
like
questionable,
was
right?
like,
If I have all these
classrooms are
kids.
only like 20, 30 kids max, maybe less.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's your brother.
Yeah, so Mandarin, I feel, I don't know, you can really tell. But I feel both cultures, when I travel, and they're in tour groups, what irks me the most is that there's no respect to the other culture, the culture of the country they're visiting in.
That's a lot of places, though. Especially like the American people visiting other areas and the disrespect that they could probably do. Like certain YouTube people would.
Oh,
You've seen stuff like that,
yeah.
right? And now I think YouTube has banned them or whatever from doing stuff because they went to Japan and went to the suicide forest and started
Yeah.
taking pictures and video and saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, look what I can do!" And I'm like, "No, bro, that's like disrespect right there."
Right. So that irks me about traveling, number one.
Like the disrespect
Yeah.
of not learning how. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I miss traveling. It's fun.
it is. It is.
Where were you planning on traveling next?
I was actually thinking of Dubai.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Right?
Take me.
Yeah. Yes.
Where would you travel?
What's that place you went to? Santorini?
Santorini.
I want to go there so bad.
Beautiful.
And
Is that
Bora
in-
Bora.
Is that in Greece?
Greece, yeah.
Oh,
one of the
nice.
islands.
I know I want to go to Italy, Greece.
Italy's nice. I was there last year. There's a lot
Somewhere.
of walking.
Really?
Well, we did. It was kind of what do you call it? It's the not the Samaritan type. It's the my mom calls it a specific. I don't know. We just did a lot of walking, and my dad hated it.
Yeah.
Like you can't hire someone to carry you or something.
Well, and it was like it was during the summertime, so it was like
Oh.
super hot. We were dying in the
Humid.
heat, especially like in Pompeii. I'm just like, I should have brought an umbrella. Like
Oh my
the sun's like beaming down on you. There's like no cloud in sight,
Yeah.
and it's Pompeii. It's ruins, right?
Yep.
So you have nowhere to stand for the shade because the sun's coming down, and all the buildings basically can't cover you.
Mhm.
So you're just like walking on this dirt road with like a sidewalk that's as high as your knee.
What?
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty high.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's good to check out, but
Yeah.
not in the summer.
Yeah.
Too hot.
And my sister was miserable when I dragged her to Rome with me. And I'm like, girl, we can walk everywhere. Let's walk to the Vatican. We'll walk to this and that. And we walked. June, like 80s, humid,
Yeah.
no cloud in sight, like Potter said,
Yeah.
no shade. I'm like, girl, come on. We're
But
fine.
in Rome, you got gelato everywhere.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. But she had a miserable time, which I'm like, it's Rome.
It's okay. Forget her. Take me next.
I know, I'm taking you. So, yeah. Are those your only places? Greece and
I mean, there's a whole list. I just need to make it up still.
Mhm.
Because honestly, I've never left a country.
Seriously?
I don't even have a passport.
Seriously?
Mhm.
Mark, we'll have to get you one.
Like, I've never been to the Philippines, so
Maybe that's one of the places you can go first.
probably.
Do like a backpacking trip in Asia.
Oh, yes.
I don't think Mark's a backpacker.
What am I?
You're a 5-star hotel, villa, limo pick you up.
No, I'm willing to backpack. I'm serious.
Do you know what backpacking is?
Yes,
It's
you
like,
wear a backpack
yeah.
and walking.
Yeah, with like only
And
10
camping.
piece of clothing
Camping, right?
on you.
Wait, oh.
No, backpacking you can
10 pieces of clothing?
Yeah, and then you wash
That's
it in
like
the sink.
1 day's worth of me.
Yeah.
'Cause
I know, that's why I know you can't backpack.
You know that when I go on vacation, I change 3 times a day.
Oh, I'm sure.
Why?
Not surprised.
Because I like to have a morning outfit, and then a lunch outfit, and then a dinner outfit. Like,
That is too much.
I don't know.
You know what? Nah. On that note,
What?
you've been tuned into Random Behavior. I'm Potter,
I'm Mark.
And I'm Maggie.
and we were talking about random nonsense
Yep.
dating, I guess, and traveling. Dating? Something. I don't know.
Random.
Whatever. It's random. Check us out next time. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.